And I'm Christy Donovan, and we did a project called Hit or Miss, and we researched 3 types of field hockey sticks, a composite, wood, and an indoor, and we tested both an experienced player and an inexperienced player using 3 types of hits, a drive, a slap, and a choke, and our results. What we found out was that using a composite field hockey stick, it's better if you're an experienced player, and when you're using a wood field hockey stick, it's better if you're an inexperienced field hockey player, and when you use a indoor field hockey stick, it really doesn't matter if you're new to the game or not.
Hi, I'm Alana Moskowitz, and I did a project called Visual versus Auditory. And what I was basically doing was testing people's memories to see whether they remember things better after they see them written down, or whether they remember things after hearing them. And I basically read out this auditory list 3 times, and I had them write down as many words as they could remember, and then I had them read this list once, or as many times as they could for 45 seconds, and write it down as many as they could. And what I discovered was there was a small difference between the 2, but I only did 20 tests, so the margin could be significantly larger depending on how many tests you do.
I'm Tyler Knapp, and this is my project. I tried to see if plants could grow upside down, like with a light source at the bottom, and the flowering part would be going down towards the ground, and the roots would be going up towards the sky. And I did 6 different pots, and the one that started, one of them started upside down and tried to grow upside down the whole time. The other one started regular, and then when the sprouts came up, I flipped it over, and the other one grew normal this whole time. And compared together, the ones that started upside down didn't grow at all, but the ones that started right side up and were flipped over grew the longest, and the ones that were regular grew an average length.
This is our science project.
This is Nick Halley. We're going to be too loud or not loud enough.
We tested different adults, kids over 30 and under 30, to see how much music they could tolerate. And the kids did much better, because in our experiment we would turn up the volume, and there'd be 20 different kinds of songs from different types of music. And every 5 seconds when we turned up the volume, we asked them when they wanted to stop the song. And based on average, the kids did much better because the parents always said stop the song.
Hi, I'm Mike Sudak, 9th grade science fair. My project is Find 26 Apple, and basically it is, I put 5 different apples in an oven drying system, a very, very low oven drying system, about 150 degrees, and I recorded the data and found out the juice percentage, and it's listed here.
This is my project. What I did was I took a bunch of different floors and a bunch of different dance shoes, and I tested them, I turned on them, and I figured out which shoes were better on which floors.
I'm Jennifer Sia.
Jackie Brigo.
And this is the grade evaporation race. We recorded the rate
evaporation of different types of water to see if the mineral content would speed up the rate of evaporation or slow it down. And we found out that it speeds it up.
I'm Nina. And I'm Liz. And we're Fish and Food Frenzy. And basically, we tried to see if fish eating flake food or pellet food gain more weight. And we did that by basically using a postage scale and putting them on a beaker. And it turns out our hypothesis was supported. Flake fish ended up gaining more weight. So that concludes the Fish and Food Frenzy. Eric.
I'm Dana Cullum, and I did the pneumatic car. And what it was, I asked how it worked, and if it would be better, no pollution-wise than gas or diesel. And my hypothesis was right because it's air and it doesn't use any gas or any diesel fuel to emit pollutants.
You've got a fishy name tag.
Want to see it run?
Nothing there, it's okay. You're figuring it out, huh? It's okay. Thank you. Come on, you want to wander some more? Wait, stay out of the way now. Oh, you can't touch it because that's his experiment. That's great. We can't touch it.
Patrick Conley, and I did a full moon myth, whether or not more babies are actually born during the full moon than in any other time of the year. And it turns out they aren't, it's just an old wives' tale, but many people still believe it because it's been passed down for so long.
My name is Elizabeth Calvin, and I did how to get your carpet stain out of your carpets.
Hi, I'm Bob Molidio, and my science fair project is seeing if teens can really tell the difference between Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
You see the guys come up to you. So, what do you guys want to answer?
I am Owen Bell, and I tested water for pH, hardness, and iron, and I tested outdoor water and tap water, and compared the two, and I compared that to the weather, and I just figured out, I compared it to the weather, the temperature, and the pressure, and I just did charts and graphs, and I found that it basically follows the pattern of pressure, that when pressure peaks, the hardness, pH, and iron will peak.
I'm Scott Pasquale, and I did research on if preservatives really work in sourdough bread. And what I did is I put 3 pieces of sourdough bread with preservatives in the refrigerator at different moisture levels, and 3 pieces with the same moisture levels at room temperature. And I did the same thing with bread without preservatives, and found out which grew more mold. And the natural ones at room temperature grew the most mold, and the ones that were in the refrigerator grew no mold.
I'm David Leahy.
I'm Chris Ricardo.
We have more sugar in our
and we did sled speed. And the question that we were checking was, does the velocity of a sled vary depending on the amount of snow under it? And we tested this by sledding down a hill and then adding snow to it and then sledding down it again while keeping track of the time. And we came out with a conclusion that it does not affect the velocity of the sled, and that as long as the sled doesn't hit the ground, then the velocity stays the same.
I'm William, that's Corey, this is Tim, and our project is titled Rehydration Challenge, and basically what we did was we took Gatorade, Powerade, and water and tested which one rehydrated you better, and we found out that there isn't a very big difference between them, but Gatorade does hydrate you better than the other two.
I'm Andrew. It's not science fair, just music makes you smart.
What we did was we developed a hypothesis for 9th grade students, and it was to see which type of music was best to listen to for your studies. It was either Mozart, Metallica, or silence. You can see by the graph, after handing out 30 tests, Metallica got the highest grades, following silence and Mozart.
I'm Alex DeLuca, and I'm doing the project on the cycles of fatigue. What I tried to do was prove or disprove the myth that if there's a point when you're so tired you don't feel tired anymore. In the end, the myth ended up being false. What I did was I had freshman students stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning and grade their level of fatigue. And what it showed is that there's a wavering point of energy, and then it goes into a plunge of fatigue until you get so tired that you can't stay awake anymore. So in the end, the myth ended up being false.
I'm Victoria, and this is my science project, and I wanted to test about which fruit my hermit-crab shadow would like best. So what I did, as you can see here, is I placed the different fruit into our tank at night before I went to bed, and then the next night I remeasured it to see which one she'd eat more of. And my graph shows that she ate cantaloupe the most and didn't eat anything else.
Hi, I'm Nathan Singleton.
I'm Delvin Desmiro.
And I'm Tim Lynch. We tested washing liquids. We tested 5 different detergents on 4 different stands and see how they affected each one. And our results were we had the Ultra Bleach did the best. This took out 3 of the stains completely. Lipstick it didn't do so well. The spray and wash did the best of the lipstick, but it also didn't take out the wine completely. And we found that the most expensive one, the OxyClean, did not take out the stains as well as we thought it would.
Guess what?
My name's Brian Messler, and my science fair project is on corrosion. For my project, I took a cup of water, 74 cups of water, 8 pints of salt, 4 bricks, and 4 different sheet metal, 4 different pieces of sheet metal, lead, steel, copper, and aluminum. I left the metals in for 5 weeks when the water evaporated before they had a chance to corrode. Based on my research, you know, the copper should have corroded last, followed by the aluminum, then most likely the steel, and then the lead, then the steel. Steel tends to be very corrosive.
Hi, I'm Christina Grabby.
I'm Jacqueline Evans. I'm Ashley Harper, and our project was Does Time Really Fly When You're Having Fun? And what we did was, in order to figure out the answer to our long-wanted question, we would hand 60 different high school students this piece of paper, and they would circle their favorite and cross out their least favorite song. Then we would have them listen to their favorite song and have them tell us when a minute was up without counting, and we would continue to do the same with their second song, their least favorite one. And as you can see, our results show that out of 60 high school students, only 8 did not support our theory. Therefore, time really does fly when you're having fun.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Lindsay. And I'm Elise. And this is our science fair project, and what we're doing is we're testing mice, and we're trying to test their memory to see if they'll remember. So we put them through a maze for 5 days, once a day, and then we'll wait 10 days and we'll put them in the maze again to see if they'll remember. And like with our research, then we could maybe contribute to cure for Alzheimer's or other like memory ailments or something like that.
Our hypothesis here is if more technologically advanced sports equipment leads to better performance. And we ran a series of tests with different sports, testing most popular sports equipment versus very unpopular sports equipment, as far as the most expensive, that kind of thing. And we came to find out that the most well-known brands that you see will enhance your game because they are more technologically advanced. So our hypothesis holds true.
I'm Sophia.
Jackie.
Anne-Marie. And our project is Does Music Affect Your Memory? So what we did is we wanted to see if by studying random information, if it would affect your ability to remember and retain knowledge while you listen to the music. So what we did is we gave each person from grades 9 and 10, a boy and a girl from each grade for each genre, their tests, and each CD is 15 minutes long. And they would read over the information, and then they would take a test on it all, and we would try to see how each type of music did.
We tested 4 different types of music, 5 including classical. I'm sure you've heard that listening to classical music helps you retain knowledge better, and in fact it's true. And it's classical, then punk, then rap, country, and pop, in that order.
We gave everyone a CD, and they studied this packet of random information.
our project.
I'm Alicia Picard. I'm Emma Kelsey.
I'm Jess Rosine. Our project was about incandescent and fluorescent bulbs, and we wanted to test to see which one got hotter faster. And so pretty much what we did was we tested both. We tested both of them for about 5 minutes apiece, and what came out was that the incandescent bulb got up to 4 times hotter than the fluorescent light bulb. And we actually added in some about the halogen light bulb at the end, just because someone asked us about it. And it's like the incandescent bulb, it's a lot more dangerous and it gets a lot hotter. And one of the interesting things that we found out is that it would be a lot more convenient for people to own all fluorescent light bulbs, because the incandescent light bulbs not only generate more heat, but they're more dangerous, and the fluorescent ones last longer. So.
Hi, I'm Matt Wood, and this is my project, Memory Comparison. What I did for this project is I made a 10-minute movie, and then I showed it to 12 different people. Then, a week later, I asked them how much they remembered, and I got these results. And overall, teens had the better memory. That's about it.
I'm Megan O'Connell.
I'm Haley Smith.
And our question was, which filament burns longest in a light bulb? And this is what we basically did. Shut up. Lights.
Okay.
That's nickel wire.
And what we did is we opened up a light bulb, broke open a light bulb, and we put different filaments on the terminals to see which ones would glow the longest.
Our final result was 10, and that was a shock because normal light bulbs contain tungsten. But what you can see is the 10 results are very random, and it's not really reliable as tungsten is, because tungsten is like basically all the same. And the averages were really close. Tin just barely beat tungsten. And yes, these are all the materials we tried: tungsten, copper, tin, magnesium, nickel, silver, nichrome. This is nickel silver.
And we found out that magnesium didn't work at all. And which was, the results for tin and tungsten were very close. The average for tungsten was 224.55 seconds, and the average for tin was 224.62 seconds. And what we did is we put, to make all they're not really variable, we have all the materials were measured in 12 inches long, and the voltage was at 15 every time.
Before we started the project, we did a history research paper, and we basically found out that in old Christmas lights they use bamboo, and old HS Science they use carbonized material.